A fantastic approach to enhance your English fluency revolves around achieving quick wins. Quick wins refer to simple adjustments with a profound impact on your natural sounding speech. Given the English penchant for phrasal verbs, a quick win often involves mastering the proper use of one. However, merely glancing at an image on Instagram won't suffice for grasping a word's usage. The brain tends to ignore or forget passively acquired knowledge. For effective retention, active practice and detailed focus are essential. Consider the phrasal verb end up, and let's actively incorporate it into our usage. End up is employed to describe finding oneself in a particular situation, state, or place after a sequence of events. This is particularly fitting when the outcome is unplanned or unexpected. Imagine attending a party with friends, having a great time, and eventually, due to the lateness, ending up sleeping at a friend's house. The scenario wasn't planned, but it unfolded after a series of events. Now, armed with this definition, let's actively practice for a few minutes to truly understand how to use this phrasal verb. How would you use end up in this sentence? I ended up quitting my job after 1 year. This implies that a series of events led to an early resignation, contrary to the initial plan, possibly due to a difficult boss. Does end up fit in this sentence? Yes. After a month of travel, we ended up finishing the trip in Texas. Here, end up fits as, after a series of events, travel. The situation led to finishing the trip in Texas. Does end up work in this sentence? There is a series of events, and we are talking about a situation. In this case, not finding a good definition. Technically, end up is okay here, but it's often used when there are multiple possible outcomes, not just two. In situations like checking a dictionary, where the outcome is either finding the word or not, end up might not be as common. Consider this sentence. I tried to avoid it, but I ended up with extra work yesterday. And another. If you're not careful, you might end up with more problems than you can handle. In these cases, we see the structure end up with. Look for the pattern. When does it make sense to use with after end up? The commonality between problems and work is that they are both nouns. Now analyze this sentence. Is it correct? I usually end up understanding 30–40% of what I hear. No, here. Understanding acts as a verb. Instead of saying end up with, we should say, I usually end up understanding 30–40% of what I hear. Did you notice the critical pattern? If you use a verb after end up, it needs to be an ing verb, as we always use ing verbs after prepositions. Since up in end up is a preposition, it's followed by ing verbs. Let's examine two more examples. Does end up fit here? No, there is no series of events here. We are asking about a simple fact. Where is the end of the road? Therefore, it's better to say, where does this road end? Now for a challenge, change this sentence to the past tense and figure out where end up fits. I didn't think we would end up living in the same city. Active practice doesn't have to consume hours. Fancy tools, software, or money are unnecessary. All you need is a desire to improve your English and the willingness to challenge yourself to use new expressions in different contexts. If you enjoyed this lesson and found value in it, consider sharing it with someone who might also benefit.